Hey everyone, this is Dean with DCA Crypto. Got some things in this video that you don't want to miss, so I'd appreciate if you subscribe to my channel, smash that like button, and let's jump into it. Alright, today we got some things that you're not going to want to miss, so let's jump into it here. Alright, so we've got the crypto markets, a little over 2 trillion market cap. We've come down a lot. We were all the way up to like 3.2 trillion market cap at one point. Come down a lot. You know, that's like 30%, 30-some percent total decline in the crypto market cap. Ever since, you know, we had this crazy dip since May. We had the sell in May go away. Ever since then, it's been downhill with crypto. A lot of people are giving up right now. Even some veterans in the space said that this is the toughest time in crypto that they've ever seen in 10 years of being in crypto. So it is a tough time for everyone out there. So just kind of keep that in mind. This has been a very brutal year, and you really can't say this has been a bull market year because it's been 3 months out of the year has been positive, and you know most of the year has been negative so far. Like 6 months of the year has been negative, so 2/3 of the year so far has been negative. So we'll have to see what happens here in October. We're going to jump into that in this video, as well as some other big crypto news here. So Bitcoin currently at 56,000. As you can see, though, we're just starting to come back down here. Maybe we'll bounce off this 52,000 range and stay in this range here. Like I've said before, I still expect us to be in this range until at least October. We're supposed to get some news about the Fed rate cuts here coming up. Hopefully that will potentially push us into a bull run, as well as some other things that I'm going to cover into this video here. But if you look at this channel, ever since February we entered this channel, and it's just been accumulating like an accumulation zone ever since. It hasn't really dumped too hard. It hasn't pumped too hard. We've just been in this accumulation zone. Hopefully we're going to break out of this and take off into a bull run. If you look at the chart here, you know, it's pretty much like a giant cup, and this is kind of looking like a handle here potentially. So this could be a cup and handle pattern forming. Some people are saying this is also forming like a bull flag. If that is the case, hopefully that's, you know, the truth, and we're going to just absolutely scream from here. But we've been accumulating for a really long time, and I think that hopefully if the stars align, which it looks like they might, we might get into a massive bull run here, and that's what we're all hoping for and all counting on. So if we look at the Bitcoin monthly returns chart, I've showed this on my channel before, but you can see September's already in the red for this month so far. That could turn around because we still have a lot of the month left. But October, you can see October is Uptober, and it's usually pretty green. And if you look at the, 4 years ago, it'd be 2020. We had a red month in September. That's after the halving, and then we had almost a 30% gain in October. If we go back to 2016, same thing here. We had a green in 2016 and 2017. We had a 40, almost a 50% gain in October in 2017. So kind of keep that in mind as well. There was a bull run back then, and crypto was absolutely screaming back in 2017. So we're going to take a look at that as well. So another news here, this is on benzinga.com. Trump promised to turn the U.S. into the crypto capital of the world if he were to get elected. Basically this article talks about that, but I actually saw a video of him today claiming the same thing, that he wanted to make the United States the crypto capital of the world and make sure that crypto and blockchain succeeds in the U.S. here. So you guys can, check out different articles about that, or you can watch it on YouTube as well. Trump has been very pro-crypto recently. He's launched like 4 different NFT collections already, and I'm sure he'll launch more in the future. So he's been very pro-crypto. They've got a crypto Telegram channel started, and a crypto project that they're working on as well. I haven't had a chance to really look into that one, but I heard they have some kind of crypto DeFi project going on that they've started as well. I don't know how that's going to affect him as far as in the presidency if he were to get elected, but he'll have to be, kind of careful on what he's doing as president with crypto and how it affects potentially his personal business. So that's something that he's going to have to watch out for. But I also did see something recently in the last couple days, where Coinbase confirmed that Kamala Harris has used Coinbase for her crypto on-ramp. So that it is a good sign that she is also using crypto, at least. I don't know if it's absolutely true or not, because we still haven't heard anything directly from her. So it would be really nice to hear something directly from her campaign on crypto, but they really haven't done anything as far as crypto on her campaign. So I'm not sure how that's going to turn out. But right now, Trump is leading in the polls according to the polling market by like 7%. So right now he has pulled a big lead ever since RFK Jr. and the other senator, I believe it is, joined his, the other Democrat joined his campaign partnership. I forget her name. But, you know, so far things are looking good for the future crypto if he were to get elected. But it would be nice to see what Kamala's stance is directly from her as well. And if she were to get elected, what the outcome would be. So that would be really nice to see that out there. So if you look at the chart from before, when Trump was president the first time, he got elected in 2016, and then in 2017 he would have taken office. And as you can see, after Trump got into office, this only goes back to August of 2017, but that's when we had a blow-off top bull run in the end of 2017 here. And into 2018 it was basically just until January, and then it was over with. So that would have been like the tail end, I believe, of that bull run here. That would have been 8 years ago from 2025. So it would have been like the end of that bull run here, and they just had a blow off top peak here with Trump in office. And so it is good to see that there was a blow off top bull run when Trump was in office. So hopefully if he were to get elected, maybe we could get a blow-off top bull run, especially with how pro-crypto he's been, and depending on what kind of regulation they put into place for crypto, maybe we'll see a lot of people FOMO into crypto and have a huge blow-off top bull run. Obviously, no guarantee of that. We don't know who's going to get elected. But even with Biden in office, we had a decent bull run last time. It wasn't as crazy as this one, but we did have a fairly decent bull run after COVID and all that. So we'll have to see what happens here. But I think either way, hopefully we get a decent bull run coming up here. If we go to the Bitcoin rainbow chart here, we're in this green zone here, and we are kind of coming down. I don't want to zoom in too much because it kind of screws up the chart when I zoom in. But you can see here, we're still in this, we're in this dark green zone now, and maybe we come down a little bit, and then into October, hopefully we start taking off. But if you look at the history on this, we were in the red here. We only got into the orange, I guess the light red or dark orange here. So maybe we only get into the light orange or dark orange for our peak for this bull cycle. Let's say we get into the right in the middle of them here, just as a kind of a guesstimate, because you really can't go by this. It's just kind of, you're just pretty much guessing. But if you were to go in between these two oranges for our peak for this one, just to say it wasn't quite as crazy as the previous ones, that would still, if you look at 2025, that would still put us potentially at like $175,000 Bitcoin if that were to happen. Some people are only calling for $100,000 Bitcoin. That would only put us in the yellow, and we've already hit the yellow, so I would think that we're probably going to get at least into the orange by the peak of the bull run. So that would, that's going to put us hopefully in that $175,000 range. But like I said, I don't have a crystal ball. That's just a guess. But we already hit the yellow here, and that was before the halving. So hopefully we get into this orange zone in the peak of this bull run and get up over $150,000 Bitcoin. That would be extremely, extremely bullish if we were to do that. So this article here, Fed Chair Powell signals time has come for September rate cut. I've talked about this before. It says here Jerome Powell has made it clear that the Federal Reserve will cut rates on September 18th as the central bank turns its corner on its fight against inflation here. So September 18th is coming up here. So almost 2 weeks from now, hopefully we'll see this come to fruition and they cut rates. It's going to be interesting to see if they go with the full 0.5% or just 250 basis points, 0.25%. But it is coming up soon here, and it's going to be interesting to see how the market reacts to this. That's what we're waiting on, and hopefully they cut the rates, and hopefully that helps us get some liquidity into the market, because people start borrowing, people start going into riskier assets once interest rates lower, and they start there. From what I've read online, and I've seen other people that are really into finance, a lot of the big investors out there, they've got their funds off to the side in safer investments like CDs and stuff like that, money market accounts, because they're guaranteed to get over 5% return on those with no risk pretty much. So that's where most of their money is right now. And they said once the interest rates lower, that's when they start taking it out of those, because those aren't so profitable, and they start moving it into riskier assets because they can get a much better return out of the riskier assets. So the money flows out of the safer assets into the riskier assets once the interest rates drop, and the Fed's talking about dropping rates for a few years straight now. So we'll have to see if that happens here. That could potentially be extremely bullish for crypto and potentially push us into a bull run all the way through 2025. Hopefully that is the case here, because last bull cycle they started cutting rates at the end of 2021, and that's when we had the big market crash. So also, guys, just be careful out there. There's a lot of hacks going on, so you want to be careful. I actually had my password compromised on my YouTube channel account, my Google account yesterday, because I didn't have a VPN on the device that was active with it on one of the devices that I had it on, but I've got NordVPN on it now, so I should be safe. But I use NordVPN all the time on most of my devices. I just had it turned off on that device, and I ended up getting my password hacked. Luckily, they didn't get control of my YouTube channel, or it'd probably be gone. But make sure you guys use a VPN. If you're looking for a good VPN, use NordVPN. I haven't had any issues with them. They've actually got a special deal for you guys in DCA crypto community right now, where you can get up to 4 months free with them. You can go ahead and use the link in the description below, and you can get up to 4 months free, like I said, and it's absolutely cheap to use, especially if you go with the yearly plan. It's very cheap to use, and they're giving us an outstanding deal for my community, because I reached out to them, told them, I said, hey, I use NordVPN all the time, and is there any kind of deal you could give my community? So they are giving that to you guys up to 4 months free, so check them out. The link is in the description below. But that's pretty much what I got for this video, guys. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed. Please hit that like button. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm, and we'll see you on the next video.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me.